So this is a roughening gouge here. This is pretty simple, and they different sizes of them. You can get fancy grinding jigs. I used to have them. I don't use them. I just kind of freehand stuff. So for this, I'll take a couple fingers and just set it in. So I'm holding it flat on this surface here. I'll take it up and just rotate it together, you know. Pretty simple. We'll go over to our lathe here. Now you can square a block by drawing a line from corner to corner, and it'll give you the center. I mostly just kind of eye it on the lathe when we put it on here. Another thing real quick before we go any further, it's good to keep all metal surfaces oiled so they slide proper. And I use this feed and wax. I'm not selling anything, but you could put it on your planes and it'll help your tool slide over wood a lot easier. Just oil up the bench, oil up your tool rest. I'm gonna get this block mounted. Said I just eye stuff. I kind of center it, you know, and just kind of work it in. That looks pretty good to me. That looks good enough to me. Give her some tighten. Make sure that the teeth are engaged on this here. Hopefully you saw that. I'm just gonna go over some basic tool usage. So we're gonna, before we start this up, we're gonna find center. And we want this tool, when it's flat, to be centered, which it is. I'm gonna give a couple fingers on one side of the tool rest so I don't go over and my tool doesn't get knocked off when I'm doing this here, okay? And then we'll free spin it. Make sure it's not hitting anything. Some safety goggles. And I'll explain this. We want to bring this up like this here, and then we'll pull it up, okay? We don't come straight into the wood with this tool. We'll come up at an angle and lift it up. And then the same, we're gonna move with it. We don't do this with our arms here. We keep it locked next to our side and we sway side to side, kind of like, you know, we're slow dancing with the wood here. Same thing, we're riding the bevel, pulling it up into the cut. And then you can see I rest the tool on top. It's not shattering, so we know it's smooth now. Move the tool rest over, give ourselves a couple fingers again. We can pretty much do this whole mallet with this roughening gouge. We don't need to bring in a spindle gouge. We'll keep it simple here. So I'm going to do the hand portion, and I'm just going to do it till it feels good on my hand here. down. That's a good grip there. If we want to get out these lines a little bit better, you just go slower and lighter. And you can do a little bit with your arm too then. To this upper portion. There. Now I'm just going to sand this right quick, not too much because we're going to be pounding with it. Move the tool rest back. And when we're sanding, we want to pinch it so we can let it go real quick as well. Because it can get caught. Always keep the sandpaper active too. Since this is just a mallet, we're not going to make it super pretty. It's just a simple thing. We can put, why don't we put a little bit of beeswax on there? I like using beeswax. And that's a bucked in, so I'll put it on rough. I like beeswax because you can reuse the same rag over and over and over. Now I'll just put some pressure on it. You can see when it hits in, it'll turn that color and get all shiny on you. Hopefully this isn't too chaotic with the camera here. Some lines in that, but that's okay. It's a mallet. Now we have our mallet here. You can go see how it works with our chisel. Oh, I just lost a leg. Just take a random piece of wood. Now we're cutting, I guess we can go over some things. So you can see the grain on this wood here. And we always want to cut downhill because if we cut uphill, we're going to splinter it. I mean, we can cut uphill, but it'll be tear it out, you know. So here's a downhill. This grain is going downhill. We'll cut into it and it won't peel back, to whereas like this grain right here, I'd be cutting uphill because the grain's going downhill here and I want to try to flat. So we can just get we'll just chisel on top here at the end and see how we got. Gives us a fairly clean cut. Nice and easy like that. There's tool pair. So now we got a mallet and a chisel, and we can do some joinery or whatever we want with it. We'll call that good for today's quick lessons. Hope you enjoyed. Till next time.